What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I'm gonna bring y'all a small little defensive scheme that's honestly really popping. I'm gonna show you how I like to run it. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. Now, before I do get into the video, I do ask if you find any value whatsoever. If you can watch at least 30 seconds of any ad you may see throughout this video, it'll help my channel out tremendously. Because if you didn't know, when you hit skip ad, I actually do not get paid for that ad, and I plan on becoming a full-time YouTuber, so I would greatly appreciate that. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. So actually, first before I dive into it, as y'all noticed, I actually did not get my hair put up. I decided to kind of rock with it down. I'm kind of liking it. Normally I always have it up, but I just decided, you know what, why not? I kind of want to see how I feel about it down. I might do something with it, so y'all might see me with a whole different hairstyle a couple videos from now. So I don't know, I'm just going day by day with this. But anyway, let's go and get into it. So we got, before I do get into it, I'm sorry, one more thing. If you want to join my PS4 CFL league, please hit me up. I do have a couple more spots open. If you want to see the video, please make sure you go check out that. I just posted it a little while ago, not too long ago, but do make sure you go check that. I believe it was about a week ago or so I posted that, but I might link it up here. If I don't, or if I forget, just make sure you go check that out. But anyways, I promise we're about to dive into this. So right here you see we do have 3-3-5 normal. Now I am in the multiple defense playbook. I believe this, you can also do this from any playbook that has 3-3-5. So maybe the Chiefs playbook, multiple D, and I think 3-4 playbook has it. There might be one more playbook that has it. Y'all let me know in the comments if I miss one, or make sure you check the timestamp, because I'm gonna actually include all the playbooks that have 3-3-5 and that has 3-3-5 wide. So now you already start to know, I'm be talking about how I would like to run the meta defense. So the reason I kind of say it like that is because I actually do not run this defense. I just know how it's ran because I go against it literally every game, and I've watched people run it on me, so I have a really good understanding. And I used to run 3-3-5 in the beginning parts of Madden 21. I ran it a lot, but I didn't run the whole 3-3-5 to 3-3-5 wide. That wasn't even a thing back then. Nobody even knew about that. So I'm very comfortable in 3-3-5. So that's why I want to kind of show you how I would personally like to set up my depth chart to be able to run 3-3-5 wide effectively. So anyways, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So where would I put my people at, bro? So let's go and take a look. So personally, me, I want to start off by saying I want you to put your best two pass rushers in these two positions right here. So I have Kenny Clark and I have this Darius Smith. Now you don't want your best pass rusher over here on this side, or if you do, then well, I'll explain what I mean in a second. But just keep both your pass rushers, your best ones, on this side right here. Now, as far as outside linebackers, you see I have Darnell Savage and I have Adrian Amos. Now the reason why I have them right there and I don't have them up top is because I personally feel like the defense is ran a lot better when you have somebody really athletic in both of these positions. It allows you to get really creative, and like cross manning. Maybe they play zones a whole lot better, because what I've personally found out is that these up top safeties don't really matter, so they just can't be garbage, you know. So that's why I have a 74 overall and I have a 70 overall, because they can't just be 60 something overall really fast. That doesn't work. They're just not going to play anything. They're going to get just agged on, you know. So that's why I recommend having your two best players at outside linebacker. Now as far as up here up top, you just want speed, but you want them to have some type of good overall. So that's why I have Perry Nickerson, who has 95 speed. I can use him if I want to. There's certain defenses where I will use her safety, and I want speed up there, but also I want them to have some type of abilities on them, like, you know, not abilities per se, but I want them to be able to move. I want them to be able to understand what's going on. I need them to have awareness and all that good stuff. So you don't want somebody like, you know, let's say S. Samuel, let's say he had 95 speed, right? But you see he's 55 overall. He would never see the field for me, even if he had 95 speed. So that's kind of what I mean, you know. I like to judge speed, but not, you know, I like to account for overall as well. But anyways, you just want two good people up there, two fast people. Now right here in the slot, you need just whoever, you know, just a good slot cornerback. So I got Josh Jackson. I believe he's fast. He's 72 overall, so he's perfectly fine. Now if I wanted to, I could put Josh Jackson up top. Actually, that's what I am going to do, because Josh Jackson is a little faster, so I will put him up top. And then you still want a good slot corner. I find it still very effective to have a good slot corner, so I'll probably run it like this. Now you can come out any play you want to. Of course, I probably recommend coming out in cover 4 drop, just in case you want to stay in 3-3-5 or whatever formation they come out in. Because cover 4 drop is a universal, so I'm actually gonna come out in cover 4 drop. Now as far as offense, actually I do need to talk about one thing actually. So let's go back here, and I'm actually talk about where I like to set my zone drops, because it's actually important with running this defense. So let's go to coaching adjustments. Now personally, me, I like to put my curl flats at 15, and I will put my flats at 5. Now, you'll see exactly why I say this in a second, because it kind of creates a nice little, it takes away a lot of the meta routes combos that you're going to see. So, anyways, do go back to cover 4 drop, and right here, I'm actually just going to go, I don't know, random gun. So, first of all, what you want to do, for those of y'all that don't know, most of y'all do know, but for those of y'all that don't, you just want to hit square, and then you want to hit the left directional pad to the left one, and you see how 335 wide shows up now? Now, these are my audibles that I like. So I like to have a cover 2 man, Mike Blitz 0, Mike Blitz 3, and cover 4 show 2. So let's start off with Mike Blitz 3. So this is what you're most likely going to see every single time online. I'm pretty sure people that run the defense, they like to run this setup. Now, what they do is normally they slide their line towards the running back side, so like this. And now from here, they will double tap the right directional. They'll select square, put him in a hard flat, and they'll do the same thing to the other side. Now, the reason that this is good, because remember, we have our hard flats playing at 5, and we have our curl flats playing at 15. So as you can tell, there's not really going to be a window for them to even throw to. And now, the reason that I like having my 2 best pass rushers on his right side, because look what happens. So we have both of our pass rushers right here, and to me personally, I feel like that's a lot better to have it, because we don't want to drop our best pass rusher into a we don't want him going into a wreck, 3 rec hook. We want him to be able to rush. So that's why I said I prefer my 2 best right there in that position. So let's do go and snap the ball, see what kind of route combos they got for that. Yeah, I'm gonna take X, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna lurk square, and just kind of look like I'm gonna go into replay and just kind of show you why exactly I like this. And keep in mind, you can always adjust those zone drops. So that's the good thing about this defense, is that it's really, really versatile. So let's take a look at this hard flat. So you see how he kind of plays that flat route, and he's playing at 5 yards. So if they throw that, he's going to be able to drive on that. Now with your user, then what? You can maybe lurk and then pass that off just like I did. And now you see how he's right here. You probably like, real, they could just throw that right here. Now you got to keep in mind, if they throw that, okay, cool, then I'll just go and drop this zone. And so instead of 15, then what? I would put him at 20 to where he's about, right here, and then that's taken away, So you always have to play around with those zone drops and get it just where you want it to. And now, let's take a look at this. So you see the hard flat right here. He's playing at 5, and look how he just stops right there on the hitch route, and he just plays that. So no opponent's going to throw that right there. And now, let's look at this 15-yard right here. So this is why I like the 15, because look how he plays this in route. You see how he stops right here, and that's not going to be open. And now, look at my user. I'm already circling back to that. So if they try to throw that ball, that's an easy pick. I can't tell you how many picks I've gotten from just people trying to throw this route right here, thinking that that's going to be open. And like I said, this 3 rec hook, he just doesn't have nothing to do because nobody's in his area. And the good thing is that if they try to roll out the pocket, then sometimes you can actually send him as a spy. So I might try to show you that here real quick. Let's make sure we're not doing a run play. Okay, cool. So again, let's go to Mike Blitz 3 so I can show you that again. Let's slide to the running back side, and then let's put both of them in hard flats. Now, this is just a base setup, so I'm gonna show you what all setups I like. I just wanted to kind of show you this real quick, that sometimes you actually can. So I'm gonna simulate me just manning up on somebody, because I want to be able to simulate rolling out the pocket. That's what I was trying to say. So anyway, let's say I try to roll out the pocket, right? So and then a lot of times you can send somebody, of course, just like that, and then you could just go user on where you sent somebody at. Or if you really worried about them rolling out the pocket, let's go back to Mike Blitz 3. Let's just go ahead and set it the same way, slide the running back side, and you can crash your line up. If you crash your line up, it'll take them out of the 3 rec. So what I suggest is, if you do that, just go ahead and spy your person like that, and now go ahead and put your 2 outside linebackers, which are safeties, into hard flats. So now you can have a coverage like this. So let me make sure we are running the ball. Passing the ball. Okay, we're good. So right here, I'm actually just gonna I'm gonna man myself up to circle, just so I can get him out the way, just so I can kind of show you what I was talking about. So what's going to happen is your opponent's going to be like, okay, dang, nothing's open, he's rushing too, let me go to this side, and that's when you're going to send your spy just like that. And you got to imagine that you're going to be right there usering on square. I just couldn't really simulate that, but that's the whole point of this defense. So I'm going to quickly hop into replay, and then I'm going to kind of go over some coverage shells that I really like to run out of this super meta defense. Then we'll go and end the video like that. So the reason that this is good, like I said, is because more than likely your opponent's not going to be able to roll to the right. They're not going to want to, I should say, because why? We have 2 of our best rushers rushing that side, and eventually you're going to get a block shot if they roll out. If you're scared about rolling out, then you can quarterback change. I would never suggest to do that. I would just suggest putting a spy and then letting your 2 best pass rushers work. Now, if you wanted to, you could maybe mix it up and put your best pass rusher here, and then spy this guy. And I'll show you that here real quick, because you don't necessarily need both your pass rushers right next to each other if you don't want to. So let me go and show you that real quick. Then I'll show you some coverage adjustments I like. Then we'll go ahead and end the video. So let's go back to the other controller. Now let's go to 335 wide. Now what I was trying to explain to you is that you can have it set up to like this, and then sometimes you can do a setup just like this to where both your pass rushers are on the outside, and you can put somebody athletic right here. Like maybe you have an athletic end or something. Let's say Lowry, right? And then let's say you, I don't know, like some on Mutt. So let's say you have a good, I don't know, left end, or even in regs, if you just have somebody fast, you can do it with somebody fast. So let's just say we go back to, I don't know, random gun. So make sure we are passing the ball. I don't even know what this formation is. Let's go to somebody to run. So let's go to spread wide slot. Okay, so now let's go an audible to, yeah, I'll do Mike Blitz 3 one more time. Then I'll show you some other coverage adjustments that I was talking about. So let's say we crash our line up, right? So let's say we go ahead and put both of those hard flats just like this. And now let's say we wanted to spy this guy, right? And then now we wanted to rush too. So this is what a lot of people will do as well. So now we have two of our best pass rushers on both sides. So let me kind of show you what this looks like. I'm gonna make myself a triangle just because. Then let's go and snap the ball. So now you see how now we have two of our best pass rushers, but they're getting double teamed. So that's why I didn't really like this setup. And then as soon as they move out the pocket, that's when you want to send your spy. And sometimes you can do that. And if they do that, then send another one and then just replace. And that's pretty much the essence of the meta defense, is rushing 2. Because what most people would do, they'll either rush 2 or they're gonna send 7. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by that in a second here, actually right now. So most people will either rush 2 or they'll do the same exact thing. And now they're gonna blitz all, go ahead and press, crash their line, crash their line up, blitz all linebackers, press, and most of the time they'll actually take L1 and they'll blitz him too, and then they'll quarterback contain just like this. Now this is good because you're just gonna scream. So let's say they try to block their running back. So now we're blocking 7, right? No, we're blocking 6, excuse me, we're blocking 6. So we're sending 7 people. And now this is good because a lot of times people will be like, oh, if I just block my running back, I'll be good. Then snap the ball right here, go ahead and try to use or shoot the gap. And most of the time you're going to get somebody come through. Most of the time they're not going to do what that person did and just sit out there. But if they do, then you actually just need to not quarterback contain. And I'll show you that here real quick. Sorry, this is kind of a longer video. Let me know if y'all like these longer breakdowns of defensive stuff. I just want to make sure that y'all completely understand how to run it. So let's go ahead and press. And now let's take triangle blitz him. And you can honestly just run it just like this and not need to blitz your not need the quarterback contain, excuse me. So let's go to just a standard pass play like that. Okay, perfect. And then what they're going to do is say hut, boom, they're going to come straight out, and they're going to that's pretty much how it's going to look right there. So that's why this defense is really good, because you have outside linebackers who are safety, so they're already going to scream out there faster. So last thing I want to talk about is different coverage adjustments that I like. So let's say cover 4 drop, well, cover 4 show 2. One of the coverages I like to do, I like to man up this side right here. So I'll take square and I man him up, and I'll take square and I man up to the running back. So now what? We have the whole left side manned up, and from here I'll probably take him, put him in a purple. Remember, our purples are playing at 15, and now I'll take him, and then this will be my user, and then I'll take X, and I'll probably put him in a vertical hook just like this. And now my responsibility would be the middle. And now if you're scared about getting bombed, then you could take L1 and you could put him in the inside third just like this, and you could blitz yourself so that way you can move around more freely. And this is a coverage style that I really like, honestly. Or if you wanted to, you could take X and put him in a hard flat. So now we have two outside zones on that right side, or you can leave him in that. It's completely up to you. And now you could take triangle and put him in the quarterback spot, so that's going to help the middle some. Or you could take triangle and you could put him in a vertical hook, or you can bluff blitz him and put him in a mid 3 rec hook. So there's a whole lot of things that you could do out of this. I'm just going to put him in the quarterback spy for now, and that's one of the coverage shells that I like. Now let's talk about something like let's talk about man cover. So if I wanted to play man, then I would actually take square, put him in a cloud flat that's playing at 5 yards, and I'll take him and man him up just like this. And now from here I'll take him and rotate him in the middle. And I like to kind of run it just like this with my man cover style. And I might use this guy, and this, if the running back goes on the route, cool, I'll guard him. If not, then I'll just roam around like this. And then from here I'll probably take X and then man up the running back. Now the reason I like to do that, because if they run the ball, then a lot of times you can still shoot this gap right here. Hopefully I can show you that here real quick. RPO base. No, it's not a regular run play, so I'm looking for a regular. Okay, let's try this right here. But if it's on this side, then what? I'll probably just come on this running back side right here, and I'll blitz myself. then you can take L1 and you can man him up to the running back just like this. I want to be able to show you this, that you can shoot. You see how like right there I was kind of able to shoot the gap, but I know I'm kind of venturing further and further. I don't want the video to be dragged along any further, but that's just kind of like the cover shells that I really love. As you can tell, I don't really love like cover 2 and things like that. I feel like it's just too easy to expose. But all in all, this is just a really fun defense. That's pretty much gonna wrap it up though. I don't want to waste any more of y'all time. Do make sure you remember that you can depath your people so you don't get bombed. But this is by far the meta setup. That's why I wanted to spend the most time on the meta setup. And right here, finally I'll end it with this. This is my last favorite setup right here, to where we have deep halves, or you can do regular thirds. But you see right here, we have a vertical hook, we have a 3-rec, and we have a vertical hook, and we have our purples playing at 15. So this right here is a really great cover shell, because now I can go lurk any of the flats that I may see. So let's see if I can show you this real quick. Let's say we snap the ball, right? So boom, oh, I see the running back. Maybe I might go guard that. Okay, I'm gonna come back, and then I might go lurk on circle, and then you see how everything's pretty much bagged, you know. And look at the pass rush. That's what makes his defense so crazy, is that pass rush. So real quick, I'm gonna hop into replay, then I'll be ending the video. But this setup right here, make sure you use this setup, because honestly it's really good. So if you have anybody trying to pass the ball in the middle, keep throwing post routes, keep throwing all that nonsense, just go ahead and drop 2 vertical hooks and a 3-rec, and look how good they play. So you see how he takes away this little window right there, and that allows our 15-yard to go ahead and play that corner route right there. And now right here, like I told you, we can lurk that if we want to. We don't have to, but we can lurk that if we want to. But as you can tell right here, we're giving up the flat route. Okay, so if they do that, then what? We'll just take this guy and we'll put him in the flat, or we could take this guy if we want to and put him in the flat as well. So you have a lot of options on defense. So I just kind of wanted to give y'all my general breakdown of how I like this defense. But anyways, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.